there, comic friends. I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day. Yay! Or at least New Comic Book Day for me. New Comic Book Day as in, these are comics from last week. These would have been the comics that came out on June 20th, I believe. And I got 19 books. 19 books this week. One of the books I got was this. This is Dave McKean's Black Dog. Dreams of Paul Nash. No idea. Other than I am a big Dave McKean fan. He did lots of the covers for The Sandman back in the day. Amongst other things, did this great book called Cages, which I don't know how hard it is to come across those single issues of Cages anymore. They kind of came out periodically. I actually got some at the time when they originally were coming out. Was part of the beginning of my buying different stuff than just the big two books and whatnot. But at any rate, so it's a wonderful book. It's got these great, bookmarks for it. Paul Nash, 1889 to 1964. Artist lived here. So I have no idea, other than I was like, oh, hey, it's Dave McKean. Let's check it out and buy it. So it is sequential art of sorts. I mean, some of it is pretty elaborate, it looks like. I have no idea. I don't know if it's like the history of that artist. So yeah, so I am, it's got some just incredibly awesome stuff here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. And maybe you want to check it out and get it read or whatever, I'll talk about it some more. This is from Dark Horse, but it is clearly oversized. There's my regular comics, so it's a big book. Bigger book. I like it. Smells like a new book. So, looking forward to digging into that. Anyway, let's get this open. Get that off there and get rid of the extra bags and boards and jump into comics that I'll be talking about on Saturday, maybe. This is Shadow Man, issue number 4. Really digging these covers. That was a cool cover. Kind of going back. Looks like going back in time here. Neolithic Shadow Man. Haven't been really excited by the Shadow Man book. I like the first issue. I like the nostalgia of it, and now it's just not where I want it to be. I hear good things about this issue, though, that it goes back and deals with a more confident and put together Shadow Man, which is what I want. I'm tired of the broken man that's in denial and is lost, and I want kick-ass Shadow Man. So I'm hoping we start to get that soon. So, issue 4, I believe. Yep, issue 4 of Caves Carson has a interstellar eye. We're on to the next adventure after the last one. This is wonderful to look at. Michael Avon and Nick Flaherty on colors. Great art. Visually, really, definitely stimulating and really interesting to look at and whatnot. I don't know. Story-wise, it's just meandering. They're meandering across interdimensional interstellar space and with no real direction. And normally I wouldn't mind that. I like single adventures, but this feels more rudderless. And maybe that's because I'm just have bad vibes over the whole Young Animals, them relaunching with new #1s and then pulling the plug on it at issue 6 for everything. I don't know. Part of me is still suspect that that's not the original plan, and it ended up being that way for whatever reason. And they're trying to tell me that was the plan, and I don't know. I'm not buying it. Getting Falls, issue number 4. Continue to really like these covers. That's a city, and then clearly it's also a face at the same time. Things have gotten pretty intense in Gideon Falls with our priest and what's going on there. We'll see what goes on with Norton and his psychiatrist, who is seeing the same horror show that Norton is, but still seems to think that Norton's mentally ill and Norton should be put away. back in the institution, even though she's seeing the stuff too. She's seeing the Black Barn, whatever the Black Barn is. So I'm looking forward to all that. Forward to seeing what that's about. It's gotten better. Each issue has gotten better for me. So liking that. Justice League issue number 2. New Justice. Into the Totality. So we're going to get more of the Justice League. I really enjoyed the first issue quite a bit. Did a nice job of kind of covering everything. I'm super excited for this issue because it's got Jimenez and Sanchez on art. They did the art on Super Sons at the beginning, and his art is stellar. That's why they moved him to a top-tier book, I'm sure. I mean, the Justice League with Scott Snyder writing it would be a top-tier book, right? Just really like his style. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see these other characters, what all plays out. What are we going to get into? What's next? Like I said, I really liked the way the first issue read, so I'm excited to be digging into the next issue. Yeah, not totally excited by the fact it's a double a month, twice a month book at twice a month at $3.99. Yeah, I don't know about that, but because it used to be the twice a month books were $2.99. So I don't know. It's got to stay good, right? So Moonshine, issue number 11. The old matriarch of the house that actually makes the moonshine off in the Ozarks. She is plotting further on how to deal with the kind of Italian mob that has showed up that is trying to muscle in and take the moonshine and kill the werewolves and whatever else is going on. There's some interesting stuff there. So don't know if the cover tells me that we're going to get more of that in the story, or if we're going to go back to our what seems to be our main character, who is in a chain gang. He is suffering lycanthropy, and he's turning into a werewolf, and he's about ready to lose it, and we'll see what happens with that. Beautiful art by Edward Brizzo. That's the big reason to be picking the book up for me. The visuals are always just really brilliant. Really brilliant. So, Wildstorm, issue number 14. Fairchild, it says on there. I have no idea who Fairchild is, but I have seriously been digging this book, the conspiracy theories that's going on, the different kind of uber tech corporations that are moving on each other with their alien tech, and some of them are aliens, and all that. Those aspects of it are really interesting. So this is issue 14. This thing ends at 24. I'm curious to see how the working pieces go, and I'm wondering if at some point are we going to get any more spin-offs, because when this was originally put out, along the way, we would get other spin-offs. We wouldn't get deluged with a whole bunch all at once, but I'm assuming that the Michael Cray one has to be ending soon, so maybe we'll get another spin-off, and I'll try the other spin-offs just to see what they're like. But anyway, Wildstorm, looking forward to checking it out. Always enjoy it. Blackwood, I finally get my copy of Blackwood. This is issue number 1. I think it's issue 1 of 4. It's a university occult setting. No idea really beyond that. The cover really appealed to me, so that's the big draw. I like the occult, as long as it doesn't venture too far into Harry Potter, young wizards. I'm down. I'm down for young people doing occult type stuff. So yeah, gonna check it out, see what it's like. No idea what the inside looks like. Should we waste some of your time and my time looking at what the inside looks like? Sure, why not? Cool. Inside looks decent. As far as them sitting around eating food in the dormitory. Somebody's got a bloody nose. What else we got in here? Ooh, we get some of the occult mysticism stuff in there too. So yeah, I look forward to. Ooh, like the back of that. That's cool. So yeah, I look forward to checking that out. I think actually next week, this is so far behind to get my copy, because my copy came late to Discount Comics Service. I think next week issue 2 comes out already. So there you have it as far as that goes. Brave and the Bold, issue number 5. One more issue left. Yay! Maybe at some point I'll read this, because I didn't enjoy it. About a quarter of the way through issue 3, I was done, and I have not read any more of it. So looks beautiful. Way too slow for me. Way too, I don't know what, but not enjoyable. Book I really enjoy, and I'm very much looking forward to. Evolution number 7. The incredible art by Finarani with Boyd on colors is just really interesting. Our scientist has really gone off the deep edge. But has he? I mean, do you consider it going off the deep edge when he's right that there's this alien virus that's just consuming everybody and whatnot? I don't know. Or his response to it is going off the deep end, I guess. All really interesting, that aspect of it. Our nun has made it back to the origin of the German man who had the virus. She has it, but she seems to have been cured of the virus. So don't know what's going on there in this town that's desolated, like everybody's been wiped, just about everybody else has been wiped out of it. And then, of course, we have our woman who took the money from the guy who's infected, who her parents were selling him like black market films and whatnot. So there's all these different stories going on. They all seem really smart and really enjoyable. So very much looking forward to getting back into that. Don't know how long it's been since issue 6. Maybe it hasn't been that long, and it's just such a good book that I want it to be out quicker. Might be the case. I'm not sure. Anyway, issue 5 of Deathbed. I believe there's one more issue after this. I want to say it's 6 issues. Reading it for the Rosmo art. I really like the blues and purples on the title there this time around. It's been an interesting story about a man who lived some crazy life, and now he's trying to recapture that and maybe not forget and hope that nobody else forgets. And his past is coming back to get him, or a piece of his past is coming to get him by eliminating his past so he has no past, kind of a thing. So interesting stuff. Looks like he's fighting, like, I don't know, some werecat or werewolf here. Looks like we're out in Egypt, so maybe that's Bast. Isn't Bast the cat god? Egypt cat god? Think so. Anyway, Deadly Class. Issue number 35, more of the Love Like Blood. Marcus has finished up this vicious battle with Vektor, the Russian. We'll see how that plays out. Been super, super exciting and really fun. This arc has been, so very much enjoying that. A book that depresses the hell out of me, but I love reading it. Days of Hate. This is chapter 6 of 12, so this is the halfway point. In the last issue, it seems like one of our main characters, one of our, I don't know what you want to call her, a freedom fighter, somebody who blows up Nazis and whatnot like that, but it's clearly frowned upon by the government because they would be considered domestic terrorists, blowing people up in diners and that sort of thing. Her ex-wife has ratted her out, seemingly. We'll see how that plays out. We've got this Homeland Security, head of Homeland Security, who's just diabolical. And about the time you think, oh, this is the definition of diabolical and creepy, he does something else or says something else that ratchets it up the level of what diabolical and creepy is. So really much enjoying it for that. Love these covers. This is the kind of art you're going to get inside to. Mr. I don't know how you say his name. Zezil? Zezelj. Super heavy ink. That's his style. Of course, some wonderful colors by Jody Belair. So, yeah. Nice. It's the pulpy cover. I like this cover. She came from outer space. I love this. This very 60s, very Barbarella. Their feet, their boots kicked off there. But I love that writing. That's the big reason why I picked this issue. It's got a grainy look to it. It's disapproved by the comic code. But like I said, this is kind of supposed to have a 1960s look to it, and it really does. Issue number 7. I don't remember exactly what's going on in Barbarella, if she's moved on to a new thing. I think not. I think she's dimension hopping right now. There's some miners that are after her, and the scientists that she's with, and they're just trying to stay alive and expose this person who's mining this ore that makes rips in reality. So it's been kind of fun. Barbarella has been actually enjoyable for being Barbarella. So finally, Punk's Not Dead is back. Issue number 5. I'm seriously digging this, as always. And I don't know. I'm excited to read it. I really like it. I like the characters that are in it. The supernatural busting that's going on by a special branch of MI6 there in England. And we have our main character, this kid who is got the spirit of punk rock is attached to him. That's name is Sid. Seems to be like Sid Vicious, but not actually Sid Vicious. All interesting stuff to see how that is all going to play out. I have not seen this in the solicitations coming up, so I'm a bit concerned that somehow it's fallen off, as a lot of the Black Crown books are. So I know some new ones are coming, but I don't know what's happening with the old ones. I mean, I want more of this. I want more of Kid Lobotomy and some of that sort of stuff too. So I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, looking forward to checking out number 5. A book I haven't been too impressed with. I did drop it. I think this is the final issue I'm getting of Skyward, issue number 3. I love the art, the Gabrat art. That's why I picked it up in the first place. It's just the story doesn't really capture me all that much. This whole idea of reality being super weak. There's a guy that helped cause it. He has a possibility of fixing it. His daughter is the main character in the book. Yeah, I don't know. Just not 100% felt it, so that's why I dropped it. I mean, maybe issue 3 will blow my mind, and I'll scramble to pick it up. I doubt that, though. So, anyway, Batman issue number 49, 1 issue away from the wedding issue. This is more of the Best Man arc. Don't mess with Catwoman on her wedding day. Last issue, we were left off in the church, and it looked like the Joker was getting the upper hand of Batman, and at the end of it, Catwoman's, like, having a conversation with herself. She's being both Batman and herself, kind of repeating him, telling her, that Joker's a different kind of crazy. Don't go here, I'll handle it. Don't worry about me, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, she's going to show up and save the day anyway, or it looks to be that she's going to save the day. Really like this version of the Joker. He's creepy and frightening. I liked last issue. I remember talking with Jen a couple weeks ago. She did not care for it. She's kind of been off of Batman since the whole Booster Gold stuff. But Jen, for people who don't know, who don't watch Comic Roundtable, Jen is the person who talks comics with me lately. So, anyway, I like the Joker stuff, so I've been having fun with this. I mean, I think they need to find new characters to use besides the Joker, but it makes sense the Joker would be involved with this because, I mean, his man's getting married and all. So, anyway, looking forward to checking that out. See what that's like. Batwoman issue number 16, The Dark Knight's Revenge. So, all kinds of craziness has happened in Gotham. These rabid lethal bats, all that stuff happened, and there's craziness going on. The many arms of death. It's all led back to Gotham after she's taken this long journey across the globe to figure out her own stuff, and this crime organization. And it's like I said, of course, it all leads back to Gotham, and she's there, and Batman's been tipped off that Batwoman's been kind of being rogue. Not that she answers to Batman, but kind of rogue anyway. And so, cover implies conflict. I don't know if there actually will be conflict inside it or not. But I've been enjoying Batwoman. And finally, it is Black Hammer, Age of Doom, issue number 3, and the latest Black Hammer, she is traveling through dimensions. I think Limbo is the last place she landed after getting out of hell. We'll see how that goes. She beat up most of hell, and so hell kicked her out, or helped her get out of hell and dropped her in Limbo. So we'll see what happens with that part of it. And then I don't know what's going on the farm. I feel like we need to see some more stuff that's going on the farm besides just the Black Hammer part of it went up. But incredible book. Of course, Dave Ostrom pencils, Dave Stewart colors just make for a brilliantly drawn book. Really interesting. Really love his line work, his inking. Love all that kind of stuff. The textures that he builds. Really appreciate all that stuff from just a pure inker and penciling standpoint. Dave Stewart, of course, rocks colors. But yeah, that is it. That's it for books this week. And maybe I'll see you on the weekend for Comic Book Roundtable. I don't know. Anyway, have a great one, everybody. Thanks for watching.